Welcome back to the channel. So we're going to go ahead with the second episode of Gear Talk. And what I wanted to talk about, of course, is the most, in my opinion, I don't know what's the right word. I don't know if this is an innovation or not, or if it's like listening to their consumers and wanting to provide a camera that folks have been asking for and that hopefully will do well for them. And that, of course, is the Leica EV1 that was recently announced. So in the street photography gear talk that we do, or just in general photography gear talk, you know, I like to talk about the gear that's out there, how we use it, how we want to use it, new releases, things like that. And for the second episode, I don't see how I can get around not talking about the EV1 and what it's for, what I think I would use it for, how I see or who I see using this, who would want this. So as you guys know, I shoot Leica. I have a nice collection of Leica cameras that I shoot for street photography, everyday photography. And I can't say that I've shot it for any pro work yet, but I can if I wanted to, especially doing portrait work. And when I looked at the EV1 and what it, to me, is made for, I literally said to myself, the EV1 is for those of us who want a digital M experience, but want a full digital M experience. And what I mean by that is this. If you currently have a Leica M that's digital, whether it's 8 all the way up to the current M11 release variants, you are going to be given a Leica M digital experience that still has an OVF for the viewfinder. So here's my M7. And basically what the digital M's are is that it's a digital gut to a Leica M analog camera. It gives you the ability to see your images quicker. It gives you some aspects of digital that you do not get with film. And a lot of that has to do, again, around with being able to see the images immediately after you've taken them. Not like, and also, to be able to see what the image is going to look like in a lot of senses before you take them, once you dial in your exposure the way you want. Now, if you shoot other digital cameras like I do with the GFX line, or my Fuji, my Nikon camera, you will get what I call full digital experience. That means the viewfinder is an EVF, right? And you get all of the features that come along with shooting with an EVF, especially when it comes to lens perspective. You'll get the full angle of view of the lens, other than what you get on a Leica M viewfinder experience, especially with a optical viewfinder. You don't get anything below 28 millimeters. You don't get anything past 135. And what Leica's done with that is they've come out with the SL series that kind of technically takes care of that for you. And it gives you other things that you don't get with a M camera experience. So with the M analog, you don't have autofocus. You don't have IBIS. You don't have weather sealing. And with the Leica M digital experience with the OVF, because we have to say that now, it's the same thing. Again, you're just getting a digital experience of some sort and a M analog body. And again, what that gives you, which is for all intents and purposes, the ability to see your images sooner. But it gives you that analog experience of looking through an OVF, checking your exposure, lining up those patches by moving the focus tab, and bam, capturing your images. No weather sealing, no IBIS, and we're dealing with more battery usage reliance here. We still have a mechanical shutter, and all that wonderfulness, and that's nostalgia and legacy of an M body. So the EVF is a full digital experience. It gives you that EVF now, part of that component or formula, so that you can now see the full aspect of your lenses below or wider than 28, or those that have a longer telephoto throw than 135. It changes your close focus experience as well, critical focus experience as well, all of that good stuff. So if you are looking for an M body that has a full, in my opinion, digital experience, that's what the EV1 is going to be for you. Again, you're still not getting IBIS, you're still not getting weather sealing, but you are getting the rest of that experience with viewing your images that you would get with an EVF and a digital back and so forth. Now, you say, Warren, is that something you would use for street photography? Yeah, absolutely. Because if you have an M like me and you miss your OVF from time to time because of your OVS experience, or excuse me, EVF experience with your other cameras, you're gonna more than likely have a VisioFlex like I do, that you're gonna put in that hot shoe. That's also a digital hot shoe. And it's gonna allow you to get a EVF experience with your digital back and a Leica M body. Although for more money, right? Because, those VisioFlexes don't come as part of the package for the cost of that camera. Now, I think that I've been able to get along nicely with the VisioFlex when I do use it to go out and shoot. But again, I got this because I wanted to be able to get the analog experience of shooting a rangefinder with a digital gut to it so I can see my images quicker. And I don't mind using the OVF to do that. It is, again, different because I do at times look and I have to remember that I'm shooting my Leica Digital M and that it's an OVF viewfinder, not an EVF. So I will take my VisioFlex with me so I can go out there and capture. Will it make me a faster street photographer? Nope. Will it make me a better street photographer? Only practice and improving on my skill set and experience will do that. So it really does just come down to, do you want an EVF and digital gut experience and an M body? Now, for street photography and all the stuff that I do, you guys let me know if that's what you think. If my view, I should say, of that is what you think, and if I might be spot on or off my ass on it. But I can tell you right now, I really like getting to that love part. I really like shooting with like a Q line of cameras. I definitely like shooting with the Q2 I don't have a monochrome, but my Q2 reporter, because I like the green on Leicas. The Q3 43, I love the 43 perspective. I love what this lens can give me. I love what the lens gives me also on the Q2. But I have to say, if Leica would have put a Q with an M mount on it, But then most people will say again, why would you not use the SL body? And they can say that for sure with the new EV1. But again, it comes back down to, well, that's not the body you want to shoot with, right? If Leica was to come out with a Q line that had an M mount to it, what'd you guys think about that? Would you get it? Would you think that it was unnecessary because of the SL series? Could you say the thing about the EV1, because I have a VisioFlex I can get for the current M digital bodies? Let me know. Let me know. You know, this is part of the discussion. For me, with all of the great images I've been able to take so far, great to me, that is. To you, they might be terrible. But with all the great images I've been able to take with the line of cameras that I have, with the M11, with the MP, with the M7, with my Q, I can honestly say that it really still comes down to the person that's behind the camera and what they can do with it and how they use it. But you always want to get the tool that will suit you the best. So if the EV1 was out before I looked at getting a digital M, I probably could have went that route, because at times I do like having an EVF on my M11 to use and not have to deal with the OVF. I got to be honest with you, on my X100, I barely use the OVF. I always use the EVF to take my images, because I wanted to be able to see what I was getting from the lens to the camera sensor using that EVF that you will not get with an OVF. Did that make me more efficient? Did it make me capture more images that were keepers? Absolutely. Back in the day, remember guys, of DSLRs, what was the thing that we all used to do when we shot our DSLRs? We chimped. And for those that don't know what that term means is that you take the image and you quickly look at a replay of it to make sure you got it right before you keep going and taking more images. Or you take a bunch of images, stop, take a quick look to see that you're getting it right and that you don't have to make any adjustments, and you keep it going. Why? Because as much information that may have showed up in that OVF on my Nikon D7200 back in the day, I still wanted to look at an image review to see that I was actually getting it right, and I am looking at my settings right, and that they're working the way I want them to work. So when it comes to EVFs and what EVFs can do for us in photography these days, I'm not saying that Leica going to this for an EV or M mount body is a bad thing, but what I am saying is that I wonder if it would have been better served to give me a interchangeable lens Q instead. You guys let me know. That's what Gear Talk is all about. And giving me the ability to have this body with the weather sealing, with the IBIS, and the flip out back screen, that's a couple of grand cheaper than the EV1, using the same EVF that's in the EV1, and capture some images. Again, if you're looking at where you wanted to get an M body with a built-in EVF, you have it now. And if that's what this is all about, then everybody should be happy. But you guys let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think, as always. Again, if I'm off my ass on this, you let me know that too. And I'll see you guys on the next video.